Hello, hello YouTube friends. I start this day's video with a cough. That's very well timed, isn't it? Anyways, welcome all of you. Today's Sunday, October the 22nd, I think. And the time is around 9:30, 10 a.m.-ish. Today is a mild, grey, hazy kind of day. So, and it's Sunday, so it's that kind of feeling, that kind of mood today. So I was thinking, taking you all for a little walking tour on a cemetery. Why not? Sunday mood cemetery walk. We're in a neighborhood of Copenhagen I haven't covered much yet, but it's good to have something, you know, to still film. I haven't been everywhere yet. Technically, let's wait for the cars, hang on. Technically, this part of the city is not Copenhagen actually. There's a little, what should we call it, enclave, a little city, town within the city called Frederiksberg, if you will. It has its own mayor and stuff like that, but it's, if you say Copenhagen, you normally count Frederiksberg as well. But it is technically its own town. Now, I think why I've chosen this cemetery today, it's called Solbjerg Cemetery, is because I've never been here before. Back where I used to live, pardon, I used to bicycle past it quite often. And always thought, oh, one day I'll go in there and check it out. But I've never done it, so I thought today I'd bring you guys. I have always had kind of a thing for cemeteries actually. I love taking walks in cemeteries. They're kind of, I don't know, tranquil. They kind of calms me somehow. And while we're in here, we're probably gonna wing it a little bit. Like I said, I've never been here, so let's crisscross about for a little bit. We've had since when, Thursday or something, dreadful weather. It hasn't been this windy for I don't know how many years. Actually so much so that the authorities told people to stay indoors, especially the night between Friday and Saturday. Copenhagen was not the town, not the city most affected by it, but it was windy, I'm telling you. Some places in Denmark, they said that the water levels rose with more than 2.5 meters. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in feet, but it's a lot. At least for Danish standards. At least for Danish standards. So no, my plan was, actually before the news of the storm, was to go out filming both Friday and Saturday. Because I like to be a little bit ahead of my schedule, because I think I've mentioned this before in earlier videos, but the season we are coming to now, it's dark almost all the time, so I will only be able to film in the weekends. And I do sometimes, believe it or not, have other plans in the weekends and further sometimes when the weather is dreadful, it's not possible for me to film at all. So I try to be a couple of weeks ahead with my filming, and right now I'm only 1 week ahead. So yeah, the plan was Friday and Saturday to film both days, so I could get a little bit ahead, but because of the weather, alas, I have only time for a little trip today. I will hope for next weekend to maybe film one extra time to get ahead of schedule. But that is always the challenge. Always. I've not even done this for a year yet. But wintertime filming, my camera is actually pretty good when it's daylight. But I have tried night shooting, and it's not a night camera. It's not a night camera at all. So yeah, the winter season can be a bit challenging sometimes, but I'll do the best I can, guys. Hopefully everything will be cool. And next weekend, I'll try if the weather permits. I'll try to film both Friday and Saturday. Saturday will be in the morning because I'm actually going to a concert next Saturday. One of my all-time favorites, which I've never actually had a chance to see. So I'm really excited to see her this time around. It's never really fitted into my schedule, but PJ Harvey is finally coming back to Copenhagen next weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. What do you guys? You know PJ Harvey? You like her? I always really, really liked her. I like that she doesn't just make the same album over and over again, but she actually evolves, and she feels really authentic, genuine, and her music is not too happy-go-lucky. I'm not crazy about that. I like some depth and maybe a bit of melancholy, so she fits me really well, my taste really well. I say mostly I'm into a lot of metal, different kinds of metal, but not exclusively. Oh no, is this supposed to be like this? Hopefully no vandals has been here. I think it's supposed to be like that. It doesn't look like it's been forced over. And it's gonna rain now. My camera is not waterproof. Awesome. I hope you could detect the sarcasm there, guys. The winter time weather in Denmark. Yeah, we'll hopefully be fine. Yeah, but isn't that crazy? 2.5 meters in the worst places the water level rose by. That's a lot. That's a lot. And it looks like up ahead that there's actually a tree or a bush or something toppled over. But yeah, like I said, it was pretty windy here in Copenhagen, but we were by far not the location that had it worst. And again, I'm not comparing to other places in the world where it's really bad. I guess in Denmark we are pretty lucky weather-wise. I mean, we don't have any volcanoes, we don't have any earthquakes, and the weather, I mean, it can be tough sometimes, but it's more that we're this far north, so I'd say it's more the darkness that's a challenge, at least for me sometimes. Not the cold, I'm fine with the cold. But other places in the world are not so lucky as we are here. So I guess it is kind of ironic to hear a man from Denmark say, "Oh, it was so windy." If you live in Florida or something. But yeah, everything is relative, right? Alright, again, I'm scatterbrained. I was starting to talk about music, P.D. Harvey, and I listen to a lot of different kinds of metal. Well, I do. I have my favorites. What kind of music do you guys listen to? Do you have any favorites, favorite bands, or just favorite kinds of music? Feel free to chip in the comment section. Let's get a little geeky music sharing comment section going. I just invented a new word there, I think. Yeah. And as per usual, guys, having no grand master plan, I think I'm kind of lost, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? Oh, I quickly looked at the internet before I left home to see if I could find any trivia about this cemetery, but there's not a lot. It's not one of the famous ones. But as far as you can see, it's about 150 years old. There are a few, what's the word here? Notable people buried here. Is that the way to put it? Perhaps, maybe it is. None famous, or at least for people who are not Danish. If you're a bit nerdy, there might be a couple that are Danish famous. I think there was an author and a composer and stuff, but none that I actually really knew, to be quite honest with you. Holy crap. Oh, sorry for the swearing, guys. But let's go have a look at this tree. So it has been actually windy. And apropos cemeteries, I might do some more walks in cemeteries when the weather allows. Maybe I'll wait to come spring, maybe, we'll see. But there are a couple, maybe even 3 or 4 cemeteries that at least I find quite interesting. And I will try to research during the winter. This is bad, it's actually ruined some grave sites over here. And I'll try to, wow, I didn't expect it to. I'll see if I'll get a picture for the old Instagram also. I know that I sometimes jump around when I speak. I apologize, but that's the way my brain works. I am easily distracted. Hang on, let me get a picture for Instagram. Welcome back, guys. I almost tripped over there. And all the debris that was there, so yeah, had to cut. Make sure I didn't bust up my camera. No, well, anyways, like I said, I'm sometimes kind of scatterbrained. I start one sentence and finish another, and apologize about that, but that's the way it is with me. All right, I was saying there are a few interesting. This is not the most famous churchyard or cemetery in Copenhagen area, but I've not been here. That's why I'm here, and there are maybe 3 or 4 that are more interesting than this. And I was thinking touring those. I think in the early days of my channel I already did one of them, and I brushed one of the others, but I feel like I would like to do some quote-unquote proper tours. So I think I'm going to research during the winter if it's possible to find a knowledgeable person, perhaps even an official guide or something, to bring along, since at least 2 of them are quite extensive, and there are a lot of at least for Danish people, famous people buried there. So I think to get the full experience out of it, I want to try and find out if I can get some more knowledgeable assistance than the one of my own. Just to make sure not to miss anything if I do it. So I'll try to, like I said, during the winter, maybe see if I can find maybe a student or something. Or maybe I'll just find a professional guide. Hope it's not too expensive, but if it's not, I might just do that. Sometimes when I pause, guys, it's because I'm taking pictures for Instagram. Over by the busted tree, it's probably gonna look a bit weird because I actually almost tripped. Was down on one knee and everything. I'm a very, very clumsy and inelegant person. I have absolutely no fine motor skills at all. Let's go this way. So I trip, sometimes even fall. I wouldn't say often, but regularly. I'm a klutz. The good thing about when I do trip like I just did, I can cut it out in editing, so I don't look like too much of a fool. How do you guys feel about cemeteries? Do you find them peaceful and tranquil like I do, or do you find them irrelevant or spooky? Or let me know in the comment section what you feel like. So now that's 2 jobs for you guys: music and cemeteries. Yeah, it might be free watching my challenge, but you know, you might get a little job every once in a while. Yeah. Don't think I've found any good shots for a thumb yet. That's always a challenge. Something I never thought about before trying my luck at YouTube, or luck. The never-ending hunt for a good thumb. Yeah. Is this a good thumb, perhaps? I don't think so, no. When I'm walking in the city, I always try to get maybe some people in my thumbs, but because I guess it gives more of a dynamic or something. And when I'm doing walks like this, I try to find I don't know, an interesting tree or something, I don't know. It's actually a bit slippery here, so I'm gonna watch it. I think we've been probably not covered the entirety of the cemetery, but at least a good part of it now. And like I said, this is not the quote-unquote famous cemetery. There are like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 of those that I am gonna cover at some point, but today was more because I thought it was Sunday and the weather was like, well, at least in my opinion, perfect for this kind of walking tour. So, and I'd never been here, so I thought let's try it out. What do you guys prefer? Like nice and easy walking tours like this, peaceful, or do you prefer more dynamics, more of a cityscape? I kind of like both, but today, Sunday, I'm kind of tired, just want to relax. So today, for me at least, it's perfect with this walking tour today, but sometimes I do enjoy the dynamics more, so yeah, for my channel it'll probably be a mix. Yeah, I think we're we're close to the broken tree again. I think maybe we'll go over there and end today's walking tour here. I hope you guys weren't bored too much today, that you hung out with me after all. And as per usual, thank you so much for sticking out with me, and for those of you who haven't already done it, I would really appreciate if you hit all the different buttons, like, subscribe, and yada yada yada. And other than that, I wish you a wonderful Sunday. See you next week, guys.